All right, guys, we're live once again. Today with Chris, our big friend Chris. Welcome, Chris. Good to have you here with us with
Thank
her
you. Thank
fancy
you.
glasses.
I'm here. I'm here. There's
Ni-
somebody under here.
Nice. Good to see you, Chris. We had a chance to talk a little bit before, so I kind of already making some questions here to ask you.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Bring it
Inter-
on. Bring it on.
Interesting because man, I'm Chris. Chris, well, knows a lot about the body, about the joints, about how to care about the body. But well, she's gonna talk about it, so I'm gonna let her start, and then we're gonna throw some questions for her. So Chris, please, tell us how started this, or how everything begins,
Well,
please.
first of all, thank you. Thank you guys. First of all, hi everyone at home. I hope everybody's safe. Master Marcelo, Professor Francis, thank you for
Master,
having
no,
me.
no, 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 professor, professor, please.
Professor. My bad, my
But the
bad.
name is
Hey,
fine. Don't worry.
listen, your
No
black
titles
belt,
here. No
your master.
titles.
No, no.
Yeah,
I
your
call
black
you I
belt,
call
your
you
master.
doctor soon. I'm gonna call you doctor soon. Huh?
Yeah, right. So we're all in the same boat. We're black belts of our own, crafts, right?
Correct.
Speciality, yeah.
Um, so that's for sure. My name is Cristiane Barbosa Timoteo. I am Brazilian, but I'm here in the US for about 25 years. And over the years, I have always done capoeira and jiu-jitsu my whole life. And we go back old school, from when I was a kid. But when I got here, I realized that many people didn't have the follow up, right? So if they go to rehab, whether they're fighters, whether they're your mom or dad, and they finish rehab, they feel awesome. And then they don't have somebody to follow through with them. And if they go to the gym by themselves, they could possibly get hurt worse, right? Depending on what they do. There's so many things you shouldn't do. We could argue that all we want, but I am a licensed physical therapist with the state of Florida, and I am here, to basically. This is how this got started. Okay, I kind of got annoyed. Okay, you guys, I got annoyed being in the field of physical therapy, seeing people getting better, and then seeing them back to rehab 2 months later, and I'm like, what? Why? Okay. Or why? Because they didn't know what to do. They went straight into jumping or straight into doing guard where they should have been passing, or, and nobody guided them. And they went right back to the problem where over the years as a therapist, I work with so many fighters myself, being that I also am a jiu-jitsu practitioner. My husband has several injuries. He's my great guinea pig.
Imagine.
From
Best client,
several.
right? Best client. He's always there. Please treat me.
Oh yeah, and people used to say we had a great model because we had a gym where he was the jiu-jitsu instructor and I was the therapist. So he break, I fix. We're good.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect marriage as well, right?
Yeah, and so with that, over the years, I realized that my patients were lasting longer, right? Out
Mm.
there, they weren't coming back to me as often for the same problem. Now, of course, they were coming back for other problems because, as you know, we jiu-jitsu and fighters and capoeira and you name it, we're always getting hurt.
Yeah.
That's a reality.
Yeah.
Let's
There is
not,
always
beat
there is
around the
always something.
bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is
yeah.
always something hurting.
All right, and it makes you feel alive. Nobody's complaining about that,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right? But I realized that people weren't coming back as often, so I said, okay, there's something there, right? It's like I was adding the physio to the training, and there the word was born, physio training. I trademarked it. It is mine in the United States. I am the owner. If you go to the US Patent and Trademark Office, you will see my name there and what it stands for. I have the authority to certify people to become physio trainers, and they're just as good or even better than personal trainers. Things like that. And eventually, which was just last year, Francis, I got this book out. And that was kind of
Amazing.
like, if I die, at least something
The
is in
knowledge is there. The knowledge is there.
is
It's
there.
out there.
So,
Yeah.
Chris,
I love, I love.
tell us something. Why did you decide to put in papers your methodology? Because you were telling us before that because now you are so busy teaching and no time, so you decided because I was telling you that it's kind of weird to imagine that you can do a rehabilitation exercise
Absolutely.
just
Yeah.
with a book by yourself. So, how did it came to your mind? What did you how what happened to you to force you to do this?
Well, life happens, and I was given an opportunity to become a director of clinical education for a physical therapist assistant program. And I took that job. It's an amazing career advancement for my primary profession, which is physical therapy, and also gave me the opportunity to start teaching, and not just not that I don't like treating people. On the contrary, Professor, but I could only reach one or two. But if I'm part of a team that teaches, which amazing ladies that I work with and other clinicians, that I could reach 15, 20 students, then I went and did that.
Right.
Yeah, because I can propagate that knowledge. Then the question was, can you see me? Can you help me? Wait, let me show you on the phone. Let me give you a video. Do this. Don't turn it this way. Don't, if you're a guard guy, don't do guard. Do half guard this way, da da da. And it worked. And everybody comes back saying, hey, man, I didn't have to see you. You're like doing it from a distance, right?
Wow.
I says, okay, wait a second now. I already have the trademark. I already have the concept. I already have the database, the case studies. Let me put it into a book. But also because I'm an academic person, and because I'm a scientist, quote unquote, right? Because I'm in the medical field. This book took me 2 years to write, guys. There's over 30 references in the back of the book of science that is, chewed and put it in here the way that it's easy to understand. I mean, I like to go with some of the testimonials that I get, so I get, like, if you go to the testimonials on Amazon, it says, oh man, I got this book. I added to my workout. I took it to my gym and I did this instead of the regular warm-ups and
so Chris, the idea of the book is not only to recover, is to teach how to do the exercise and don't get injured again. That's it.
You did. Oh my God! Can I record that and use it as a marketing tool?
It's recorded.
Oh yes.
I send it to you. It's
I
live.
could have said it better. Okay? The name of the book is Physiotraining Secrets.
Do you know why? Because I never did it in my life. Every single time that I went to a physical therapy, I feel good. I think that I'm 100%, that I'm Superman, and then I go back and turn like a medic, and I hurt again. And then it's a cycle that you go back and forth, and you spend money, and you get more injured, and then you go back. And so if I tell you how much...
That gives a bad name. Absolutely, yeah. Professor. And that gives a bad name to our profession. And I can promise you that there's anyone listening to us who are physical therapists, they have that deep inside. I don't want you to come back for the same reason. That does not make me a good therapist.
Of course.
Okay?
That's a good way of viewing it.
When you're never back for that same reason. When I see you 10 years later, as it happens in so many of these competitions, and people say, you know what? I'm still using that core stuff, and it doesn't hurt anymore. Okay, that's what's rewarding, and I think that as therapists, we have longed to get this out there and make people walk in a tool. That is why it's weird, Professor, but it's available also in download platform, so you can download it on your iPhone and you can look at the pictures. It's separated by chapters, so if you don't want to read it, you just want to go to chapter 7 for
for the knee, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Chapter 6 for the knee. That's a good chapter. And you want to go ahead and do that. If you want to add that to the workout, say as professors, you want to become certified and you want to add it to your warm up. So if you know that people in your facility, in your academy, suffer from, maybe back pain. So maybe they shouldn't be doing certain types of warm-up. Maybe they should be doing different types of warm-up. What do you do that? You go to chapter 10 and you do those warm-ups. Okay. And it works out well. Listen, I'm always willing to grow and improve. The only thing that I haven't been able to, my publisher did not want to do is an audiobook, because then I think it would be a little weird. Like, grab your head and
Okay.
You know, I don't know if that would work, but the book as it is, it's really a manual. So I have it by phases. I have it as a protocol. Okay. It is a trademark protocol. So when you become a certified physiotrainer, if that's what you want to do, you have all of those protocols on, you know, to your fingertips, and you get to start using it to everyone. And you know, why you do that? You lose business. I'm like, wait, no, I don't. my mission is bigger than my profession. I'm sorry. It's not about getting those people back. And I'm not here to badmouth anyone, but we know a few professionals that keep getting you back every 3 times a week. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's not what we're about.
It's crazy because normally in Brazil, and I don't know if here in the United States the same, but in Brazil, when you go to a chiropractor or osteopath one, or even a physiotherapy, a regular one, they want to sell you a package. Okay, so you need to do
sessions,
10
right?
sessions.
Yeah, the sessions.
Yeah,
Number
so 10 sessions. Okay, if you do only one, it's going to cost you $100. But if you do 10, I'm going to charge you $1,500. So, and then you say, okay, it's a good deal. And then you buy 10, and sometimes on the 5th or on the 6th, after 5 or 6 times, you realize that you are good. Okay, now I'm feeling good. And then, well, you already paid, so you have to go until the end.
You have to do it. And listen, don't get me wrong, guys. I am not taking my profession out of the picture. On the contrary, I think that any healthcare professional who is dealing with an acutely injured patient needs to be done skillfully. But there's, as you said, maybe in a 12 session, by 6, 8 sessions, they're feeling better, then let them go. And here, use this stuff, you know, continue and show it to others. Prevention. And that's what I wanted to kind of say, where you hit the nail. The name of the book is Physiotraining Secrets, but it says, because we all want a better body, better health, and better life, even after injuries. So, you know, the notion that we can't do things because we are injured is also, in my opinion, incorrect. You're chronic injured. I've seen therapists, guys, that and other professionals that say, oh, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. You're going to need to stop. Whatever you do, you're going to need to stop to do jiu-jitsu. I'm like, oh, no.
Well, Professor Francis probably a couple years ago listened the same thing. And for me, the same. I already listened like many times. Look, Marcelo, if you keep training like this, you're not going to be walking in a couple years. Because of
the couple of years keep coming. The couple of years keep coming.
Correct.
And you're still walking.
Keep coming.
Yeah,
keep coming, right?
That's it. It's an industry, right? It's an industry, yeah.
And you're still walking. So for me, there's one quote here that I should have separated better, so I could read it to you right away. But, you know, at the end of the day, there was a quote here from a physical therapist. He's amazing. His name is Martin Rooney. He works with so many professional athletes. And he says it's not really the extent of the injury, but how you allow that injury to affect your life.
Correct.
And that's how the problem should, you know, so fine, you have a wrist problem. Hey, great way to work on your leg game. Okay. So put your hands on your belt.
Two things. I was 21 years old, and then I had a issue with my discs on the L5 and S1, which is very common, right? So then I went to 5 guys and doctors, and they said, man, you're not gonna train again. I was 21 years old. 21 years old. So then I just found, you know, well, one guy that was, you know, well, the best guy there, you know, well, in Rio. And then he told me,
Fabio, right?
Yeah, Fabio later. But I mean, the guy that he really, you know, opened, you know, well, you know, my back, and then fix it. So he said, so yes, you can train, but you need to do a really good physiotherapy after surgery. So I did, you know, surgery, and then, you know, physiotherapy I did for forever almost. Forever. Why? Because, you know, I was in a really bad shape because of my core. I had no core basically. So I just had to build that. So it took me months, you know. You know, and then I got kind of, you know, forgot the second thing, but that's it for now.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, I don't like to tell so much stories about my husband because he's biased, right? He's my husband. but he's a perfect example. I mean, he'll tell you, and many other of our peers in jiu-jitsu will tell you as well. They were told, come to me and say, oh, I have 6 meniscus tears and I can't, they're telling me I can't do it without surgery. And that's not true. Actually, if you start looking at research, evidence-based practice, there's some procedures. If you change the way you eat, the way you work out, certain things you take, and research has shown people have just as good, or if not even better, results than if they had surgery. So things evolve, but the problem is that unfortunately, in this country, it's so much liability too. Okay, so let's not be unrealistic about it. So it's a lot of, hey, I'm gonna give you the worst case scenario, and if you're walking, woohoo, good for you, but you're not gonna walk. That way, if you don't walk, you can't go back and say, hey, you never told me you wasn't gonna walk, so I'm gonna sue you. All right?
That's it.
That's the reality. I'm in the medical field here I've been licensed in the state of Florida for 19 years, and I've seen it all. Okay. And it's very unfortunate that as physicians and clinicians and whatever, we have to back off all we can give you because we're afraid of how you're going to sue us. And it's sad. But I kind of went the other way, guys. And I said, we live we have a great community, jiu-jitsu. We care for each other. We have so many injuries that are going to continue to happen regardless, that we'll need skilled services. Then why not get as many people as I can certified as physiotrainers, teach them how to progress, clients who had previous injuries on the knee, on the back, on the neck, and just propagate this prevention and keep your money in your pocket.
That's a good thing.
So Chris, concerning about your timing that you have been dealing with all those injuries, so talking about specifically jiu-jitsu community, as you said before, because Julinho, it's a black belt, and you train jiu-jitsu for. What are the most common injuries that you come to you, and which are the ones that really makes a hard time for you to which are the ones that they're really
the ones that
problem?
I hate?
Yeah.
The ones that I don't like. Okay.
It's hard to care.
Neck, hips, knees, foot.
Oh my God.
Finger.
I think that the whole, I try to take my glasses off. I'm sorry, but the sun is just too much. It's, neck is the hottest one, and not because of relations or anything like that. That's not the problem. The problem is what people do all day. Okay. Phone and talking and whatever posture, and they sleep all funny. So
that's me.
I dread taking care of a neck. Okay. Not because I'm not good at it, not because of nothing, but because it takes so much of the patience, commitment.
The commitment. Yeah.
Okay. Habits, you can't be on the computer. Yeah. I'm so old, you guys, that back in my time was reading in bed was the problem. Reading in bed, like actually books. But that's not the case now. The case now is the phone.
Yes.
So I'm going to say something cool, okay? Your head weighs about, where's the camera? Okay. Your head weighs about 12 pounds.
No. Sorry. My head and Professor Francis' head weighs a little bit more. Okay. Just kidding.
All right. Let's go with 15. Your head over here weighs about 15 pounds. The minute that you do this, it's 42 pounds. And the minute that you do this is about 62 pounds.
Wow.
Because of gravity.
Wow. So the 15 turns 40 something and also 60. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the kids that you see.
Not for us, it's even more. We start to 30 and we go to 100 probably.
Chris, my wife when I have some crank neck, she gets so mad with me because I always trying to find an edge of the wall and try to put my back and try to find the perfect spot that you're gonna like, and try
to
well, I'm gonna tell you something about that. The name of that is trigger points, and it's actually not alternative therapy. Hold on, I'll just find it here real quick. And it's literally points in your muscles that have created a hypersensitive area that shoots pain elsewhere. So you're actually doing it's kind of like an intuition. You're doing it to feel better, but there are actually points that are charted, and I have it in the book. Like, for example, I just opened one. Let me see if I can you see it at all?
A little bit. Yes, perfect.
Yes.
So this is for the leg, for example, for the knee. So sometimes people say to me, man, I have this pain that keeps shooting up my leg. And I'm like, that's the point. You know, that's the point.
Chris.
I'm gonna be your best client.
You can do it yourself. No, for sure you can. It's just knowing exactly which ones to do. Now, going back to your question, knee, since I opened in that chapter, knee is definitely a big one for injury, BJJ injury related things. The knee, the upper back, so it's in between your shoulder blades. Okay, a lot of people get there because they're constantly pulling within the guard when you're trying to break the posture, or even getting up to break, to open the guard or something like that. And I want to say low back. I think low back is number one, really. Number one, you guys.
Well, thanks God, my lower back is okay. It's not that bad. We have a good question from one student here, Chris. Okay. He's asking how long does the certificate training takes, and what type of requirement do you need?
Great question. It's a self-study. It is once you sign up, it's a Canvas, so you're doing online. It's really a great resource, and you have about 90 days to complete the course. So it's really self-paced. You can do it it's about, I would say, 15 hours of content, maybe a little bit more if you go through all the videos and everything. So you can absolutely do it more prolonged in that 90-day period, or you can do it quicker. So it's self-paced, as well as it lasts for 2 years. So it's a 2-year certification. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's not 1 year. And requirements, I'm glad he asked, because he just probably has a difficult course. Yes, I do a small little anatomy, just check. It's really not a test. It's just to see your level of knowledge of anatomy, because I really have a problem with personal trainers, of course, / physio trainers or anyone who don't know anatomy. And they're supposed to know what hurts and what not, but they don't know what muscle.
The names and also where it is, right?
Deep, right. I don't get too deep into it because it's an ongoing process for anatomy. It's a life learning process. You have to get into it, and you have to like it. So it's quite good, but the people who have been doing it for finishing it within 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That's been the time frame that people have finished the course.
Good. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And Professor, I am allowed to offer you guys a discount for anyone who wants to take the course through you guys, through the academy. Okay. So let me know when we finish the video.
For sure. I appreciate it.
Discount codes and things like that. It's actually I don't want to be selling, but it's actually very affordable. It is backed up by the U.S. government. As I said, it's backed up by my patent. So it's actually the only course in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
That says,
that's unique, right?
This is what you do. You provide assistance, personal training, physical fitness consultations. So anyone in the United States can log on and say, "Ooh, that's what a physio trainer is." Cool. So that's what the cool thing is. And we're actually accredited by the Florida Board of Physical Therapy Practice. Wow. So we are also allowed to give continuing education credits for PTs and PTAs in the state of Florida who take our course.
That's perfect. Okay. I'm going to sign it for sure.
Me too. The book for sure. And I like the book, the paper. Sure. I like the paper. I don't like this stuff here. I like the paper. I like to see.
I know. I'm going to send you guys one. No. I already have both your guys' books here signed.
I like to write. I like to make my notes.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Highlight.
I have little areas for you to make notes. Because I'm like that too. And I have quizzes on the book. So the book is a great start for the course. It is definitely the main resource of the course, but I do definitely have other resources in the course
of course
to prove the knowledge, and things like that. But I'll show you. There's a little area. I'm trying to find a little area here that I have. Here you go, Professor. Look. So when you're taking you see this area here?
Yes.
That's an area for you to take notes.
Blank space for
Okay.
notes. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Excellent.
Notes. See? So it's very much for us, but for the person who is tech savvy, they can just download it. Physiotraining as one word.
Yes, right here.
SIO right there. Yep, right there on the name.
Physiotraining.club.
You know, I mean, again, the book is out there. It's for sale in several parts of the world. I'm very excited. I'm very proud.
Amazon as well, right?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, iTunes, iPhone, iBooks, eBooks. I don't even know the names. Whatever
She's
platform.
a businesswoman. Come on, she's a businesswoman. She's not.
I'm all over the place. I'm in UK.
All over. You name it.
I don't see.
On Mars.
It's not about the money. Trust me, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
But you know, it's about the mission to, particularly the community of Jiu-Jitsu, to stay in the schools. Do not leave the school because you have a little bit of a knee pain, a little bit of a ankle.
That's really
very important,
because I mean we see like every month, you know, someone, you know, complain, oh, but you know, my shoulder hurted, so I'm gonna stop. I said, man, stop by what? Oh, I just hurt my arm. Why stop? So,
okay, let's talk about, guys. If you sit in the sofa, and we've been sitting on the sofa for a while, for this past few days, everything hurts.
Yeah.
So don't even
sleep. Hurts to sleep. My wife, I sometimes I go to bed feeling nothing, and I wake up hurting something. And my wife say, "How come you were good yesterday night and you wake up hurting?" Hey, but that's the way it is, you know.
I have patients that used to say, if you're over 40, and I've brought that age down to 35, and you wake up without anything crunching, you're dead.
Yeah. If you are active person, yeah, for sure. There's no way.
No, so, yeah, and you know that.
Chris,
just to complete. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a question?
No, complete what you were saying.
No. Lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
No, yeah, because we were talking about the you don't stop training when you feel something. When something
yeah. That is a big deal. So that's why I really encourage my academies to take this course and become instructors for these types of consultations, because they'll be able to modify right on the spot and say, oh, you have a pain on your Achilles tendon. Wait, hold on, don't do jumping jacks. Sit here on the side, do these pumps, do da. And then by the time the drill comes, they'll be able to drill. And if maybe they can do only specific for that day, or if they can do just the drills, hey, that's better. Okay. I've gone to the gym, to the jiu-jitsu, and my knee hurts, and I'm just doing whatever I could do with my hands. And the minute that I couldn't do it, I just sit down and watch. There's a lot to learn from watching. But as the academies become certified physio trainers, then they can, the instructors, of course, they can provide that service right there on the spot and prevent them from leaving the facility and even having to go to the doctor, provided things start improving. Yeah,
that's definitely very, very interesting.
Yeah,
we have a question here, Francis. You can.
George is asking, do you take military tuition?
Believe me, military not only gets the discount, but gets installment plans. I mean, gets it all. At this point, military,
George.
They need it. They need it for themselves. They work really hard for us. This is an amazing country. I've been here for so many years, and
this student is a special student. It's someone that we really love him a lot, And he's dealing with shoulders problem, knees problem.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be good for you, George.
Shoulder replacement and probably
no, he didn't make the shoulder.
He didn't make the shoulder.
No, he was going to do the shoulder, but they decided to fix first the knee.
So they did the knee.
So they gotta make a decision. Yeah, that happens. Yep, that happens. Whatever.
So, but he started right away, like 2 weeks after the surgery. He started to go to the gym. He was
last night he sent me a really nice picture. He got everything home, kettlebells, bands, and so he's ready to.
That's the idea.
So he's still working out, which is great.
Yeah.
But
So
that's what we were talking about. Remember when I said, guys, it's not really the extent of the injury as much as is how you allow it to affect your life. And
yes.
obviously, being in the military, we're talking about this gentleman. They're perseverant, right? And
Yeah.
they don't take no for an answer. So it's kind of how I feel with physio training and my fighters and my peers and everyone who I can give this to and provide this service from far away, and then certify others and continue to propagate this concept that not everything needs to be taken an MRI, not everything needs to get an X-ray, not everything needs to be you running to the doctor. We must take care of our health, and it's health literacy. It's about you saying, nope, I shouldn't do that. Yes, I
Yep.
should do this. So that starts with the book, person to person, and of course academies and everyone who wants to join in the cause.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I will.
I mean, both we're just in now. We're gonna sign up now. We're gonna join you right now.
Wait, I have to do the discount stuff, man. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do the
so
discount.
let's
So
go.
on the you're gonna send us a link or something that we can have a discount to buy your book to start
Right.
start with this. That's it.
Yeah. So the book is directly from the publisher. If you
I
plug
sent
in
the link here already.
yeah, if you plug in physio training the other day, Amazon had it as a great discount, $15. It was a great discount. They had it. The price for the book is I think $21, $22. The original price. The download I believe is $9, $10. So it's really affordable.
Yeah, Kindle
Yes.
is Kindle is $9.50.
$9.99, right?
Yeah.
The course is available through the continuing education tab on my website, which is physiotraining.club, because you're part of the club.
Okay.
I like it.
So cheesy, right? Physiotraining.club, and there's there's a tab there that says continue education, because as I told you, we provide it to physical therapists and physical therapist assistants. But it's the same course. You would go through the same link, but that is without the discount. So for the course discount, I have to send you guys an email, and then you follow that link.
Okay.
So
Great.
we'll do it
For
after
sure.
we hang up, and then you send it to whoever you want.
Great. Excellent.
I appreciate for that, Chris. We're gonna do this, 100% sure. And this is something that me, I'm just doing this, and I'm pushing people to do, man. Do as many courses as you can right now, because now there's no complaint, there's no excuses. We have time, and then some people are just giving courses for free, and some people are charging less. So, man, you just have to Google, and then you just find out what really fits to you. Maybe you want to learn something about kids, about cooking, about
and
whatever.
It's about
Just
mental
go.
health, right? Yeah.
Mental health,
right.
yeah, for sure.
Keep you thinking, keep your brain working. So I think this is a really crazy time, but this is our time that we need to kind of slow down without too much fear. So we have to have less fear and more confidence about attitude, and then learn new things and also pass on. We have to pass on as much as we can. So I mean, having this book is a really good proof, because your knowledge from 20 years, whatever years it is, it's there, and it's only $20, and sometimes $9. So man, it's free. Honestly, it's free.
Yes,
$20 is free.
Yes, it's true. I mean, it's definitely a great price. It makes it affordable for people to acquire. It's full color, so it really blew my mind that they were able to keep it at that price. For so nice and so illustrative, and you really get lost in it. I was really happy. I actually wrote it like it was my work, but when the publisher decided to publish it the same way, they didn't change anything. Of course, they edited for grammar and all of that, but the actual content was all my work over those 2 years that I told you that it took me to write it. It's my baby, but as you said, it's a bucket list item that I cross as I grow, and I try to I have several examples. I have one of our friends in our Jiu-Jitsu academy. As you know, my husband is a teacher as well. And he was going for, I think, 3 to 4 months for this pain in the front of his knee. And there was some cracking, and it's called patellofemoral syndrome or chondromalacia. But the therapist that he was working with said, no, that's it. That's normal. You're always going to have that pain. I said, oh, no. And literally, Professor, going back to that first question, he literally went to chapter 6. I said, do page blah, blah, do this, that. And he followed, and he went back to Jiu-Jitsu. He's been back to Jiu-Jitsu, and now, of course, with the closures, but he's been back, and he's like, I did it like 2 times. What is wrong with it? He did it for 2 times, 2 or 3 times, and that's it. The cracking went away, the pain went away, and
really,
it got fixed. And I was like,
that's amazing.
It's easy.
It's the secrets.
Yeah, I'm gonna bother you. Little by little. Wait for me.
He's gonna call you right. After he's gonna call and stay with you for a few times.
As soon as I get, as soon as my book arrives, I'm gonna start to call you.
So
you are definitely able to do that. You guys can follow me. Everybody can follow me. If you see my name on the screen, it's just all of that together on Instagram. So Chris Barbosa Timoteo. I do post a bunch of cool videos, some ideas for workouts and prevention things. I have some videos already posted there from before. There was a gentleman there doing amazing shoulder stuff in Jiu-Jitsu, and he was given 80% tear of his rotator cuff, cysts with what did he have? Cysts in a craniocavicular joint impingement. He was a mess. The MRI looked like this guy needs surgery tomorrow. And if you see the videos of us working out before the Jiu-Jitsu class, you can't believe it that's the guy. You can't.
Yeah. Do it? Can you? So where can we see those videos? Because
they're on my they're on your Instagram.
On your Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
So and it's your full name. It's your full name plus it's Cristiane.
Is actually, if you see, do you see my name on the
I'm gonna put it here.
Chris.
Okay, Francis. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Barbosa Timoteo all together. Just the first
Chris
part.
Barbosa,
so okay. all together, Chris Barbosa Timoteo. No A.
For you guys here.
Yeah, and if you look at previous videos, just scroll down. Of course, you have some silliness there of my dogs and everything, but that's just me. But the majority of the videos are videos that are related to that stuff. And I also have a YouTube channel that I just started picking up. But I do have good videos there too, and they're a little lengthier. So I will definitely, and Physiotraining is the name of the YouTube channel. So we'll give you that as well.
I'm writing down here.
Copy and pasting here. You guys can go and then follow her. That's her Instagram.
Yep.
Chris Barbosa Timoteo, and you guys gonna see some of her videos. But my suggestion is man, don't be cheap. Buy the book, $22 or maybe $9. Just go Amazon, buy the book. Then you're gonna learn it. And if you have a question, just message her and she can come back to you, right?
Yeah, and the coolest part, I think, you guys, when you take the course as well as you look at the book, you'll see how we use the BJJ moves, the Jiu-Jitsu moves within the workouts and within the training. That's why we coined it Physiotraining, because we take that particular person, and because we're BJJ people right now we're talking about that. Yep. Super great. You'll see one of the videos, protecting from an Americana. A lot of people have pain in the front of the shoulder, right? Because their Americana takes them this way. So we do the exercises within that range to strengthen them within that range. So when that happens in the training or on the spar, they're ready. The muscle is ready for that position. So it's super cool, super functional. It keeps you engaged. Everybody loves it. And we just keep, it's my pleasure to just see our players getting better, man, and improving and using those activities before the competitions. You see them on the sidelines doing those exercises before they go to compete, so they don't have pain.
Yeah.
So cool.
Chris, there's a question here. How do you feel about kinesiology tapes? Kinesio tapes.
Kinesio tapes are pretty incredible. If you try to look for the research, there's going to be controversial research. So it's not like our field, like to say, hey, it takes a while for it to prove the functionality of it, evidence-based. However, I've seen it in front of my eyes take care of good amount of edema, so that the fan.
They help me a lot. They help me a lot on my neck, on my lower back, my left.
And I like it as an extra support. But I'll tell you guys, I'm very much open to, all different types of alternative medicine.
Sure.
But where are you learning from? How are you doing it? And how are you using it? Are you using it as a crutch, with no pun intended, or are you using to allow yourself to strengthen that area, or are you using when you need the extra effort? One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is putting on belts, like workout belts, to just walk around, and they think they're going to get better. No, you're shutting down your ab muscles. They're like, oh, I got something else
for me.
All right, do the work for me then.
Yeah.
So, I like the kinesio tape. I like, for instance, if you have back pain, put it, but doesn't mean you don't need to stretch, that you don't need to work on your core, that you don't need to strengthen it, because the kinesio tape is only going to mask it for a little while. But though I think it works, I've seen it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent, Chris. Well, I'm
very happy and ready to work out.
I'm very happy, yeah. Me too.
I'm ready to work out, Chris.
I'm gonna place my order.
The kettlebell is here waiting for me.
As soon as I finish, I'm gonna go through Amazon to order my book here.
Awesome. And thank you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come here and share my story.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for your time. It was
share the mission. I think it's
very, very impressed. I'm very impressed. Being honest with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good.
Thank you so much.
I think that
it's really all about
that. Yeah, the students are going to use a lot this.
Awesome. That's what it's about. And I'm here.
Let's do more, Chris.
Let's do it. We can do another one based on one of your students, your group of students can give us some issues that they may have, like neck or back, and then we do a survey, and then we'll address that. I can do one addressing that and showing some stuff.
Awesome.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Good talk to you, Chris.
Good to see you again.
Talk to you,
you guys are safe, healthy. We'll be back soon again, for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Say hello
you.
to Julinho for me.
Yes, I will. He's welcome.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Chris.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris.
Bye.